Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge mini pendant called the Apparatus. This is the 187250. Very cool little pendant, small pendant, but throws quite a bit of light. So let's get into the details. It's going to be using this piece of cast glass. It's really beautiful. Hubbardton Forge, you know, their glass is spectacular, and they really spend a lot of time and effort getting it right. And this is one of those times. Leave it right there so you can see it. It is going to be using, well, before we go there, let's talk about size on this thing. So it's only 3.9 inches tall, and that's going to be about there. And that's from the bottom of that glass to where the rods start. 4.1 inches in diameter. It's our friend right here. Overall height, now we're talking about from the bottom of the fixture, which is the bottom of that glass, to the ceiling itself. And if you guys have watched other videos, we talk about Hubbardton Forge has a patent on this whole telescoping rod idea. And this is going to be a smaller rod telescoping into a bigger rod. There's a little set screw right here. It's going to come with a little wrench that kind of locks it into place where you get it where you want it to be. You'll notice there's a pull-down menu on the right-hand side of your screen. It's going to give you 3 different adjustable ranges measured from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. So let's get into that. And this starts off at 25.8 inches. To me, this is considered short ceiling friendly. But if you need it shorter than the short, we do custom, and we'll talk about that in a second too. So the short range is going to be 25.8 to 34. The standard is going to be 25.8 to 41.40. Long is 32 to 49.20. If you want this shorter than the short or longer than the long, just let me know. You might want to put this over your kitchen sink, and maybe you only want it to come down a foot. I can do that. You just have to kind of let me know. Best way to do that is to drop me a quick email, and then I send that through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. Adds a little time, adds a little money, non-returnable, but I do customs every single day. So another thing, why don't we have you look at the installations instructions, because they're going to give you a lot of information. Back over on the right-hand side of the screen, under those pull-down menus, scroll down, you're going to see a hyperlink. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So click on that for me. So those are the same instructions that are going to be in the box for this. Gives you a ton of information, shows you the socket setup, shows you how all of this is going to work, and the glass and all those kind of things. This is going to be hanging from a 5-inch diameter round canopy. That's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. There's a bracket on the back that comes off, and it'll go onto that. It's also slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right here. You can see it right there. Allows this to bend just like that. So here's your slope. It's going to come down just like that at 45 degrees or anywhere around there, and flat if you need it there too. Okay. So now why don't we talk about socket now. Hubbardton Forge calls this a halogen fixture. However, that's a little misleading. You know, a lot of these LEDs that exist for this didn't really exist back when this was designed. It's going to ship with a G9, those are the 2 little prongs on the bottom, a G9 halogen light bulb, 60 watt max, dimmable. It's going to have this porcelain socket on it. However, if you want to, you can put in LEDs. So there's a whole bunch of LEDs that can go into this, and I have this on the floor of our showroom, and I'm always playing around with it. These are just some of the LEDs that exist out in the marketplace that do go into this socket. You can go on to, well, best thing to do, maybe go on to Google Images, or just Google and Images and put in G9 LED, so Girl 9 G9 LED, and look at all the photographs. That's a great way to shop for things, and it'll show you all these different LEDs that exist out there. You know, there's really no limit as far as, you know, what you can put in for an LED because they don't draw much current. You know, just remember that some of these, this is a 75 watt equivalent LED. Some of these you may end up seeing the bulb a bit on it because the diffuser, and this actually comes with a little frosted glass diffuser that goes over, screws over this socket. May be too small for some of these huge LEDs, but you really don't even need the diffuser if you are using LEDs to begin with. It's an optional thing. The reason you use a diffuser is to kind of shield your eyes from the glare of a halogen bulb, even though this is a frosted bulb, and it keeps dust off the bulb. So there you go. So moving on from there, why don't we talk about finishes. If you're on our website, Handmade in Vermont, look over on the left-hand side of your screen, and those red tabs is going to be a Finishes Help Guide. Click on it for me. You'll notice there's a video at the top. That video is me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forge finishes and how they look on different types of forging. Scroll down, there is a chart with 10 finishes on it, finishes that are available on this fixture. You're going to notice some of those pictures have a letter A, some of those pictures have a letter B on them, and it's going to show you this range of translucent finishes of how they can look on heavy forging. There is not a lot of heavy forging on this fixture, so it's going to be more in line with the ones with the letter B on it for boy. More uniform, not a lot of modeling. And then when you're done, go back to that chart, click on any of those pictures, a bigger window will pop up and show you lots of samples of whatever finish you just clicked on. So it's a great, nice, user-friendly way to do it. I think that kind of covers pretty much everything on this. Like I said, we have this on display on the first floor of our showroom. We have over 350 Hubbardton forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's over on the left-hand side of our screen in the red tabs. Click on that and you'll see everything that's here before you guys make a big visit. And we also have a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's discontinued stuff, showroom samples, and returns. Awesome deal. Have to come here to use it. Just another great reason to visit us. Showroom, excuse me, showroom is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if you ship out of the state of Vermont. 90-day returns and no restocking fees. We're the only dealer that does that. I was going to say I'm the only dealer that does that, but we are the only dealer that does that. Some bigger items, big things on pallets generally do not come back. We'll always tell you about that ahead of time. And then we also offer this rush program. So Hubbardton Forge takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. That's how you get all your finishes and stem lengths and all that kind of stuff. We can cut that time in half. It's very inexpensive and it's per line item. So if you have multiples of the same thing, it becomes dirt cheap to get it out faster. Just contact me if you guys want to know more about that. So and how we do that is just email us at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call 802-446-2400 and I can fill you in on that too. So I think that kind of covers everything. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Thanks for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.